Hey guys, Mardy Rooster here, and lately I have not been playing very much Infinite Warfare. To be honest with you guys, it's getting very stale. The World War II beta is just around the corner, and I'd rather be playing that, to be honest, and I am so hyped to get my hands on it. Infinite Warfare does not seem appealing at all. So I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 3 and Call of Duty Ghosts and Black Ops 2, you know, all the older Call of Duties, because it's that time of year, and like I said, this year's Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is getting a little stale. Now, while playing Call of Duty Ghosts, I found a feature that has not been in any other Call of Duty game, not before or after, and that was kind of astonishing. I mean, I remembered this thing was there, but it was just kind of cool to see it happening again in first person. This would be the feature of the interactive environment. Now, scattered throughout the maps on Call of Duty Ghosts, there was red skulls painted on certain objects. These mostly consisted of, like, doors and walls. Now, if an explosion went off right next to this skull, the object would be blown up. So if it was a wall, now it would have a huge hole in it, and if it was a door, it would be blown off its hinges. Players also had the option to walk up to this wall or this red skull and hold an X or square to breach this. And upon breaching it, it would have the same effect as if it was to be blown up. Now, this feature was only in like 3 maps on Call of Duty Ghosts, and in those maps, this feature could only be done once. Like, if there's a door, you blow it up, it's gone. It's gone for the rest of the match. Unless you're playing like Search and Destroy, then you can blow it up every round because like the map gets reset. I have tried to think of a reason they would have scrapped this interactive environment, but I can't think of any, guys, seriously. Call of Duty is just a simple shooter. It really is, and they could have kept this simple dynamic environment, and they could have changed it in so many ways. Like, they could have had score streaks interacting with the map and stuff like that, kind of like the chem strike off Ghost as well. You call it in and it changes the layout of the map a little. Absolutely amazing. Why couldn't they kept it? For example, in Infinite Warfare, they could have had the Scorchers. If it's set on a certain route in this map, it could knock over a water tower or something, and that would kill any enemies underneath it, and then it would spill all over a certain area of the map, and if any enemies were around the area, they'd be like slowed down or dead or whatever. Small stuff like that would have added more strategy to Call of Duty. With all the big weaponry in Call of Duty World War II, such as mortars, grenades, and tanks, this would have been a perfect example for this feature to return. Could you guys imagine when you're escorting that tank, you're facing like a fork in the road? You can choose 3 ways for the tank to go, and the one way it chooses to go, if there's a building present, the tank could knock it down. It will totally catch the enemy off guard, and no playthrough would really be the same as a prior playthrough, because you could choose a different route each time. It'll catch the enemy off guard, it'll reduce camping. It would be absolutely great. The only reason I can think that Call of Duty won't bring back the interactive environment would be they want to stay different from Battlefield. Now, even though this was very only small map changes on Call of Duty Ghosts, I remember back in the day, people used to make fun of Call of Duty because it couldn't compare with Battlefield, because Battlefield, you blow up these whole buildings and stuff, and Call of Duty Ghosts, you blow up the door. You know, so I can definitely understand why it wasn't brought back, but I mean, come on, man. All these games, there are so many first-person shooters out there nowadays, and there's very little difference to all of them. People just find a franchise they like, and they're loyal to it. That's why no new first-person shooters are really huge. Titanfall did alright, but that was only because Titanfall 1 was supposed to kill Call of Duty because it was made from the developers of the Modern Warfare series. And it did okay, but it's nowhere near as big as Battlefield or Call of Duty. And that is the only reason I can think of it not returning. They want to stay different from Battlefield. And I think if they pull it off in a different way from Battlefield, I don't think anybody would give a crap. Oh, and a quick note before I end the video, Call of Duty Ghosts was not hacked to hell, and I was playing on the Xbox One. So if you guys want to play an old boots on the ground Call of Duty that's not filled up with sweaty tryhards like Modern Warfare Remastered, you can go load up Call of Duty Ghosts right now. I did like 10 matches, and they were all okay. It was kind of a little different to get used to, I guess, but the game was okay. So if you guys want to play boots on the ground, go play Call of Duty Ghosts. It wasn't as bad as I remember it being, I'm not gonna lie. Well, and that is going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of interactive environments and whether they should return to Call of Duty or not. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys want to be proud members of the Mardy flock, make sure you subscribe. Take it easy, guys. Peace.